The disappearance of John George, also known as John Hardy, has captivated and saddened people across Ireland and beyond. The 37-year-old father of two from Belfast in Northern Ireland vanished while on holiday in Spain in December of 2024. After an extensive search, his body was tragically discovered in January of 2025, leaving his family and community devastated. Welcome back to Crime Chronicles. Today we delve into the events surrounding his disappearance, the tireless efforts of his family to locate him, and the ongoing investigation into his death. John George was a devoted father, a beloved family member, and a friend to many in Belfast. Known for his kindness and sense of humour, he was a cherished part of his local community. Those close to him describe him as a dedicated parent to his two children, a son and a daughter who meant the world to him. In mid-December of 2024, John travelled to Alicante in Spain for what was intended to be a brief holiday. While he often maintained contact with his family during his travels, his communication abruptly ceased on December 14th of 2024. In his last known message, John told his family he planned to drive from Alicante to Benidorm, a popular tourist destination. When John failed to board his flight back to Northern Ireland on December 18th, his family became alarmed. Calls and messages to his phone went unanswered, and his social media activity ceased entirely. Concerned for his safety, they reported him missing to both local police in Belfast and Spanish authorities. John's disappearance triggered an outpouring of support from his family and community. Determined to find him, his father Billy George and brother Darren George travelled to Spain to aid the search efforts. They were joined by friends and volunteers from Northern Ireland, who formed a strong support network. The family launched a widespread campaign to raise awareness about John's disappearance, including a GoFundMe to help pay for their search efforts. They distributed posters, shared information across social media platforms, and contacted local media outlets in Spain and the UK. Vigils were held in Belfast, drawing hundreds of attendees who prayed for John's safe return. The family also enlisted the help of private investigators and a specialist search team from Northern Ireland, including a canine unit trained in tracking missing persons. Despite their efforts, the search was fraught with challenges. The language barrier, unfamiliar terrain, and the complexities of coordinating with foreign authorities added to the family's stress. Nevertheless, they remained resolute, driven by the hope of reuniting with John. On January 7th of 2025, nearly a month after his disappearance, Spanish authorities discovered a body in Rojales, a town near Alicante. The remains were found in an advanced state of decomposition, under trees on a private property in a rural area of Rojales, near Torrevieja. Seemingly, very little effort had been made to conceal the body. Clothing and distinctive tattoos on the body matched John George's description, though formal identification through DNA testing was pending at the time of the discovery. The discovery marked the end of an agonizing search for John's family after a party of up to 50 people, including George's parents, two sisters, uncles, cousins, and other relatives and friends, had travelled to Spain to search in the Alicante area. In a statement, his father Billy described the ordeal as an extremely torturous experience, but expressed relief that their search had come to an end. The family's focus shifted to seeking justice for John and ensuring his safe repatriation to Northern Ireland. In the wake of the discovery, Spanish police arrested a 32-year-old man from the Czech Republic on suspicion of homicide. The suspect, whose identity has not been publicly disclosed, is believed to have been in contact with John prior to his disappearance. The suspect told a court in Torrevieja he was being scapegoated because John's family had named him on social media. The whereabouts of another man police are said to be hunting is not known, although speculation is rife that he has fled Spain for the Far East. The initial arrest is a crucial development in the investigation, though authorities have not yet released specific details about the circumstances of John's death. The investigation remains ongoing, with Spanish police working to piece together the events leading up to John's tragic end. Investigators are exploring potential motives and examining whether others may have been involved. The George family has faced the tragedy with remarkable strength and grace. In a heartfelt statement, they expressed their gratitude for the overwhelming support they received from their community and beyond. From fundraising efforts to widespread media coverage, the family credits the collective efforts of friends, neighbours, and strangers for helping them endure the ordeal. Kevin Winters, the family's solicitor, acknowledged the challenges of navigating an international investigation, but commended Spanish authorities for their cooperation. He also emphasized the importance of community solidarity, which has been a source of comfort for the George family. John's death has left a profound void in the lives of those who knew him. In Belfast, the tragedy has united the community in mourning, with many remembering John as a kind and caring individual who brought joy to those around him. The case has also sparked discussions about the safety of tourists in Spain, particularly in coastal regions like Alicante and Benidorm. These areas, while popular with visitors, have occasionally been linked to violent crime and organised criminal activity. The tragedy has underscored the importance of vigilance and safety while travelling abroad. John George's death has highlighted broader concerns about crime in Spain's coastal regions, particularly the Costa Blanca. Historically known as the Costa del Crime, the area has long been a haven for criminal figures, including many from the UK and Ireland. Since the 1970s, it has attracted individuals involved in organised crime, drawn by its sunny climate and relative anonymity. In recent years, there has been a surge in violent incidents, many linked to international drug trafficking. Spanish authorities have ramped up efforts to combat organised crime, but challenges persist in addressing the issue fully. As the investigation into John George's death continues, his family remain focused on honouring his memory and seeking justice. They hope that the ongoing inquiry will provide answers about what happened and bring those responsible to account. Bigger questions require answers, such as the distressing nature of his final call to family on December 14th, as well as identifying who he had been with in the days before his murder. The disappearance and tragic death of John George have deeply affected his family, friends, and the wider community. While his untimely passing has left a void, the collective efforts to find him and seek justice are a testament to the power of community solidarity. As his loved ones mourn, they take solace in the support they've received and the memories of a devoted father and cherished friend. In the words of his father Billy, the family's journey has been a horrendous nightmare, but they remain determined to honour John's legacy and ensure his story is never forgotten. Thank you for joining us today on Crime Chronicles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the channel with your friends.